This is Power Breakfast. Thanks for staying with us. Now, like I mentioned earlier, it's Customer Care Week. What does that mean to you? Well, we are about to find out. I've got two experts in studio who are going to tell us all about it. James Murray is a customer experience expert and professional. Thanks for joining us on Power Breakfast.
Thank you very much for having me.
And next to him is Benta Okinyi-Aseto, board member with the Institute of Customer Experience Kenya.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. So tell us, first of all, a little bit about the Institute of Customer Experience in Kenya and what you do.
Okay. So the Institute of Customer Experience Kenya is the professional body for customer experience experts and practitioners. The Institute is here to drive professionalism and to drive customer experience expertise within Kenya and within the region. The Institute attracts individuals and companies who are passionate about the area of customer experience and just making sure that we operate with brilliant standards. So that is what the Institute is about.
Okay.
We've got a core mandate that really drives, first of all, customer experience advocacy. Secondly, thought leadership around the area of customer experience, membership development, and finally, rewards and recognition that makes sure that we can maintain standards.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, seeing that it is Customer Care Week, what does that mean? Is it a worldwide event that's celebrated, and how is it that it's observed here in Kenya?
Yes, Customer Service Week is celebrated worldwide, and it is a week in October. Worldwide that people celebrate customer service and customer experience. What is also good to note is that we also have the Customer Service Day, which was on Tuesday, and in Kenya we choose also to try and amplify this all through the week for organizations to do two things. One, to celebrate our customers all year round, to recognize the customers that we've had, and also to celebrate people who serve customers, both internal customers and external customers. There are people who serve customers, and we need to recognize them and give them accolades for really being there to serve customers. So it is a time that that we are honored to celebrate customers in the whole week.
To the viewer watching at home, when they hear customer service or customer care, why is it that we think about the bad first? We think about the organizations that didn't return your calls, that didn't accept your or didn't give you a refund, or something went wrong. Why is the bad so amplified, especially here in Kenya? Okay.
So bad experiences are actually what we call a moment of truth. It's actually your reality. And the truth is that for a customer, many customers are paying to access service, and therefore the expectation is that whichever organization they are dealing with will meet their needs. And therefore when a customer has a bad experience, then for them it's a moment of truth and it's a moment of disappointment, and those are remembered quite a bit. That's why as an institute we are actually driving for organizations to deliver great memorable experiences. Yes.
How would you say social media has played into all of this? Because these days, if you have a bad experience, you tweet about it, you go and write a Facebook post about it, all of your followers see it, and those sort of ideas are imprinted in people's minds. How has that played a role in your profession?
It's played a great role, and actually also an enabler in customer experience. We say verbally, when a customer has a poor experience, they're more likely to inform 5 to 7 customers about that experience, or people that they know within their family, their friends, fraternity. But in social media, it has the impact of reaching up to 6,000 customers, 6,000 people, an audience such as large. So one poor experience can really ripple out. And hence social media has played a very big role in terms of amplifying that. And the beauty about it too is that organizations have embraced social media in delivering customer service. So social media also has played a very great role. It has helped in terms of speed, it has helped in terms of resolution, it has helped in terms of education as well, informing the customers of new products, of new services. So social media is one great tool. It has done tremendous, it has been of tremendous value in customer experience.
Yeah, I think in addition, what I would say is that so we talk about word of mouth, which is what James has said, one bad experience, 5 customers. Today we talk of word of web, because in 1 minute then it reaches 6,000 customers. And for progressive organizations in customer experience, they will actually realize that customers are there and it provides a great experience for immediate response. Yes.
What would you say customers are looking for? What's the bottom line for customers who, reach a certain organization looking for a service or a product? What innately do they want?
So most customers are actually looking to be treated as an individual. They are looking for dignity and respect when they interact with companies. And over and above that, the services that they get should be reliable. So for a company, if you say that you're delivering this quality of service, then really that is what it ought to be. Many customers are also looking for responsive service, which means colleagues and employees who are ready to serve, willing to assist, and they're looking for empathy, personalized service, that when you serve them, so Joey, if I'm serving you, then I understand that this is actually your need, and I go ahead to serve according to what your expectation is. And finally, to just deliver the promise. So, give you exactly what I promised. And should things go wrong, then fix it for you very quickly. Yes.
We've seen a lot of businesses that have embraced the online culture and are operating, primarily from online to provide services and goods. Would you say that most organizations in Kenya have embraced also the customer service experience and sort of investing in that as something that is potentially beneficial to their organization?
I think we're in a very good place. We're not there yet. In my opinion, we're not there yet. But we're in a good place. We're in a good place because organizations have come to a point of realization of what impact customer experience is to their brands, and to what it is that they're out selling or providing to customers. So we're in a good place that they're starting to invest and starting to ask questions of how can we do this better. And also because customers also now have also been are very enlightened in terms of what to expect. They're also pushing organizations and demanding a certain level of service, and hence organizations are starting to react to that as well. But in my view, we are not there yet, but the steps that we're taking are extremely encouraging. If we look this week, celebrating Customer Service Week, and through ICX, organizations have signed up and celebrating the same. What has happened is that a lot of customers also are reacting towards this celebration. It could be in seeking opportunity and pointing out to organizations you're celebrating, yet there's an opportunity. It could be, yes, I'm very happy about how you served me this week. So that is something that is very, very encouraging. And I think for us in Kenya, we have a great opportunity to drive this even more. It is time we brought customer experience to the forefront rather than being seen as a support function, because that is also a traditional thought and way of thinking that has been there, but it is time that we brought customer experience to the forefront, such that it is part of this round table as organizations are putting together their strategies and how they're going to serve customers all through.
And I would say that ICX, the Institute, has actually led a number of organizations in this initiative for this whole week. And what has been very heartwarming is to see both the private and the public sector leading from the front. We've seen a lot of CEOs in contact centers answering queries, and that really is what we are driving, that the tone is set right from the top.
Okay, I just want to share some interesting statistics regarding customer service, and just to highlight the importance of what this branch of an institution can do. So a customer is 4 times more likely to go to the competition if the problem is service related. Another statistic is that 55% of customers would pay more if they are guaranteed better service. What do those stats say to you?
They say, I would like to get value of what I'm purchasing, and if you can't provide that in an experience that I like, that is memorable, then I'm more likely to go. So it is a statistic that we really need to take very seriously, and take it to heart and put in place mechanisms in organizations that we are seen to provide excellent service. Else, our customers are going to go.
Right.
Yes.
And for an organization to have these statistics, I want to be in the group that is sleeping very easy, because I know that 70% of my sale is guaranteed because I have proactively provided a great service that is intentional and that is already part of my strategy. And I'm not reacting when the 70% of customers are not on board. So the message actually for organizations is that, it is good to embrace customer experience and weave it into your corporate strategy very intentionally.
So that was, I guess, going to be my next question, is what does an organization look like that is actually doing this right, where customers are, either through word of mouth or word of web, as you mentioned, sharing positive experiences about this organization. What have they done differently than the ones who, like you said, are not sleeping well at night?
Right. So proactive organizations that embrace customer experience, first of all, have it as part of its corporate strategy, which therefore means that there is somebody who is charged with this responsibility. And together with that responsibility, therefore, the organization is very clear, how is it that we serve customers? How is it that customer experience actually makes a difference to the bottom line? Because it's not just about fuzzy feeling, it's actually about real business strategy. And if I will be able to retain my customers, then I've got a customer base to sell to tomorrow. With that base, I can sell more to them, and they will believe because they have been receiving a great service. So the difference for organizations that embrace customer experience is that a lot less effort is spent on sales, convincing customers that please do business with us, because the customers have that first-hand experience of the place for service, and they're actually advocates because they've seen what the organization is all about.
What are your hopes for the future of organizations in Kenya who embrace the customer service experience? What do you see 5-10 years from now that will have changed in the culture of how organizations view customer experience?
I foresee in future that the performance of customer experience, or a measure, or the measures of customer experience, are also going to be on the forefront as organizations are posting out their profits and losses. They will also be publishing their customer experience scores. And this will be great because it will help also drive the business that they're doing, but even more provide the best service that customers are demanding for. So that is one thing that I see in future, that organizations will be posting out their scores on customer experience. But even more is the omni-channel presence is also going to explode. So meaning that the brick and mortar places where we go out to purchase, while yes, could exist, but there could be fewer. But in terms of social media, online, in the web, customers will be interacting even more in terms of doing their purchases and processing their requests online. So that is, we are there, but I think in the near future we'll see an explosion towards that.
And finally, what's our responsibility as customers? viewers watching right now, in order to enhance our experiences when we're dealing with organizations, what is it that we can do to sort of aid this process?
Okay. Viewers and customers have actually got an excellent place in driving customer experience. And, you know, just like we vote for people we want to lead us, customers should vote for companies that should serve them. And this should be companies, A, who understand the customer's needs and expectations and deliver them, you know, deliver those expectations or go beyond the expectations. And therefore, customers should voice out when things are not going right. They should demand that, you know, service is where it ought to be, and continue to patronize organizations that treat them as individuals, treat them with care, and give them the right level of experience. So the customers actually have got the power. There is no business that can exist without customers. There is no business that is sustainable without customers, and therefore there has to be a very close partnership between the customers and the company, and making sure that the company is actually delivering to expectation.
Some excellent points and great food for thought. We are sadly out of time, but again, celebrating customer service week here in Kenya and around the world. James Mururi and Benta Okinyi are said to have been here to educate us more. Hope you've learned something interesting as well. Power Breakfast is not over yet. We are going to cross over to the other side and check in on what Chef Ali has prepared for his